In the IELTS speaking test, how would you answer the question, who is your favourite celebrity? Today, we're going to cover a range of useful phrases for giving an interesting answer in the IELTS test. Hi, my name's Vic, and this is episode 19 of the IELTS with Vic podcast. You'll find the links to my YouTube channel and blogs in the show notes, so make sure to check those out later. And if you want a free copy of the podcast transcript, then head over to my IELTS blog to request it. The topic for today, as chosen by you, the viewers, is who is your favourite celebrity? So firstly, let's think about what makes someone a celebrity. The dictionary states a celebrity is someone who is famous, especially in the entertainment business. So although there are many famous people out there, we tend to refer mainly to people in the entertainment industry as celebrities. Traditionally, that would include movie stars, musicians, and TV personalities. And these days, that could also include internet personalities and influencers. Personally, I'm not massively in touch with what is trending right now, so there are lots of people who would class as celebrities who I may never have heard of. In the IELTS test, you might get a really trendy examiner, but equally, your examiner might be someone like me. So, it's a really good idea to assume that they might not know the name of the person you are going to talk about, even if you think the person is a household name. It's good exam practice to be really clear about who they are. To do this, I would probably include a few key pieces of information, such as their name, where they're from, and what they're famous for. Here is an example. My favourite celebrity is Daniel Radcliffe. He's a British actor who is probably most famous for playing Harry Potter. However, he has since played a lot of really quirky roles, and I really admire the breadth of his acting skills. You may have noticed that I also added the reason that I admire him. I think this is a nice detail to add, as it gives some meaning to the answer. Let's have another example with a slightly different reason behind the admiration. My favourite celebrity is Keanu Reeves. He is a Canadian actor who has been in many movies, such as The Matrix and John Wick. He is my favourite celebrity because of his down-to-earth nature and because he's always reported as doing positive things by the media. He seems like such a decent guy. Those are just two examples, but actually I haven't got a favourite celebrity. I go through phases of watching movies or shows with particular people in, but I don't have long-standing favourite celebrities. How about you? Do you have a favourite celebrity, or do you like lots of different people? If no specific person springs to mind right now, it's definitely worth picking a celebrity after you finish listening to this episode. That way, if you are asked about your favourite celebrity in the test, you won't have to waste valuable time deciding who to talk about. Earlier, I said I'm not in touch with what is trending right now. Some other ways of expressing this are: I don't follow celebrity news. I'm out of date with the latest celebrities. I'm not into celebrity culture. So, if you are someone who doesn't really pay much attention to the world of celebrities, you could say one of those, and then perhaps talk about someone you do like, even if that celebrity is not particularly famous these days. Alternatively, you might be a massive fan of celebrity news and gossip, and might have lots of celebrities who you follow. If so, one of the following phrases might suit you. I adore so many celebrities, but if I had to pick just one favourite, there are so many great celebrities to choose from, but perhaps my favourite is... It's really difficult to pick just one favourite, but if I had to choose just one, I would say... You could begin your answer using one of the above phrases, and then talk about the person who is your most favourite celebrity. If this is a topic you really enjoy talking about, it will be important to try and keep your answer on task and not to drift off into a mini lecture. There are some nice phrases that you can use to talk about celebrities of different levels that might be relevant to use in your answer. Towards the beginning of the episode, I used the phrase, a household name. If someone is a household name, it means that pretty much everyone has heard of this person. We say that the person is a household name. Another term we can use is to be an A-list celebrity. If someone is described as an A-list celebrity, it means that they have a high level of fame and global recognition. In relation to this, there are also B-list, C-list, and D-list celebrities, whose level of fame reduces the lower they're listed. So, if your favourite celebrity is someone like Leonardo DiCaprio, you could say that he is an A-list celebrity and a real household name. Alternatively, if your favourite celebrity is less well known internationally, you might say they are a B-list or C-list celebrity, but a household name in your country, for example. So far, we've focused on traditional celebrities, so let's move on to influencers. If your favourite celebrity is a social media influencer, it's probably a good idea to make that explicit in your answer. Aspects you might want to include are their name or online nickname, the platform they're famous on, and what it is they're famous for doing. Let's have an example. My favourite celebrity is a YouTuber known as Mr. Beast, although his real name is Jimmy. He became really well known for doing crazy stunts and challenges, and giving away loads of money. He has millions of subscribers and he is pretty much a household name. I like him because in interviews he seems like quite a down-to-earth guy with a can-do attitude. That's just an example, but you can use that same format to build your own answer. It makes it clear who the person is, what they do, and why I like them. So if your favourite celebrity is an online personality or influencer, have a go at creating your own answer. Finally then, if you are someone who really doesn't know anything about any celebrities, you will still want to find something to say in the test. It's definitely worth making it clear that you have understood the question. So you could say something like, that's a good question. Actually, I'm not into celebrity culture at all, so I don't know any celebrities. However, I am interested in... For example, you might be interested in a particular field of science, in which case you could talk about your favourite scientist. Or perhaps you're really into fishing, so you might want to talk about your favourite competitive fisher. They might not be a celebrity in the traditional sense, but it's better to have something to say in the exam so that you can demonstrate your language ability. You could even use that phrase I just used and say, although they are not a celebrity in the traditional sense, they are famous in their own field. To summarise then, you could mention who your favourite celebrity is, what they are famous for, and why you like them. If you're not into celebrity culture, you can make that clear to the examiner, but then talk about someone who you do admire in a field that you are interested in. If you are really into celebrity culture, it's a good idea to just pick one person to talk about so you can manage your answer effectively. The next step is to create your own personal answer to the question, who is your favourite celebrity? Why not post your answer in the comments? 1 or 2 sentences would make a good start. So go ahead, tell us about your favourite celebrity in the comments section. Thanks for joining me today, and don't forget, if you want a free copy of the podcast transcript, then head over to my IELTS blog and fill in the form. According to the numbers on the current YouTube poll, the next question that people would like to be covered is, what sort of things do you read? Thanks to everyone who voted. So, see you next episode for lots of useful phrases for talking about reading. Also, just to let you know, the frequency of episodes is going to be shifting to once a fortnight, so that next episode will be with you 2 weeks from today. Make sure to keep an eye out for it. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.